Good morning, good morning. Or is it afternoon or evening? Okay, never mind. Maybe I should just say hello. Hello. So I am back to writing and publishing full time. And because of something I've been seeing on Facebook, on Instagram, all over, I'm doing this short video. But first, let me tell you a story. So I have this daughter. She's 24 now. When she was, I think when she was 3 years old or so, 3 years plus, went to visit my mom in my hometown. And that period, my big sister also came. So it was my big sister, myself, and my little girl were the ones that were with my mom. And we had a nice time, laughing, playing all over. This my daughter. Well, if you don't know the meaning of the word precocious, go and check it in the dictionary. That's this child. Very precocious, very smart, very intelligent. You can't put her down. So I recall one day we were to go to... So I went... I didn't go with the car to my hometown. But my big sister, she came with her car. She used to drive a Benz that time. So she came with her car. So we're using her car for running around. And one day we needed to go to my mother's village. Yeah, don't be confused, we're in my hometown and we needed to go to my mother's village, which is maybe like about 9-10 kilometers away. It's not a far distance. And because we've been using my big sister's car, we're all going to go in her car. That's my mom, my sister, myself, and my little girl. And of course, my sister was driving because it was her car. Now, the first point of contention came when we entered the car to drive. So, the few days prior, whenever we needed to go somewhere, I would drive. I would take my daughter, we'll drive, we'll go this and that. So, but that day as we were about to go, my sister took the steering wheel and she was the one to drive. My daughter said, no way, that she should come down. That it is her mommy's car. That is her mommy's car. So she should come down, let her drive. We did everything. We talked and talked. My daughter was shouting. Have you heard the 3-year-old shouting before? So this girl was shouting and making noise and she wouldn't agree and all of that. So anyway, eventually we overcame that hurdle and she allowed my big sister to drive. So my big sister was driving. So, she went driving through the town and then took some roads and all. And then my daughter now started another fight. That road my sister was taking was the wrong road. What does she know? One, she's 3 years old. Two, she doesn't even know the way to the village. But she was making a lot of trouble that she's taking the wrong road. I was stressed as her mother. I was like, what kind of rubbish is this? But my mom was laughing. My mom found it so funny. She laughed and all. Anyway, of course, we eventually got to the village, did whatever I wanted to do, and came back. I don't even remember how we calmed her. Okay, so what does this story have to do with it? What does it have to do with anything? So first, I see a lot of people posting, putting adverts and all of that, asking people to come and sign up for writing training and this and that. Now, I'm not going to say they don't know what they are doing. I'm not going to say they don't know about writing is out there. Everybody knows their level. I used to be extremely ignorant about a lot of things concerning writing. I used to think that maybe you just write, you just put on. Is it not just to write? So long as you can speak English, you know English, or maybe you have studied English, what's the big deal? But when I started writing, I found that in as much as I could write well, writing a book was a whole different ball game. I knew the things in my head, but putting them down on paper and then even deciding which of my many stories I should write first or which one I should put down first, it was a big issue for me. It was a big issue. Shout out to my friend, fellow writer, Indidi Chiazo. We're neighbors at that time, and that was when she wrote her first book, One Little Mosquito. That book went on to win an award. She's a multiple award-winning writer. So when she wrote her book and I saw what she was doing, I even helped with the editing of one or two of the books. I don't quite remember. But then I saw what she was doing, and somehow I saw what I was doing wrong. And then I went back in, studied some more, did some other things, and then I became more confident. I became more sure of myself. But even after I had published 1, 2, 3, I think even after I had published like 2 or 3 books, so I don't quite remember the number, I still realized that, look, you know what, this thing, I can't do it like this, just on my own. And so I signed up for a writing training with Simisola Ogoyinka. She's one of Nigeria's top Christian novelists. I mean, that woman is as if she writes 1 book a day. She's fantastic. Her books have won awards nationally, internationally. If you've never heard of her, please Google her. Simisola Ogoyinka. Excellent writing person. So I signed up for a training with her. I did a training with her. And then after that, I signed up for the Jerry Jenkins Writing Guild. Jerry Jenkins, again, if you've not heard of Jerry Jenkins, I won't say you've been living under a rock. But if you've heard of the Left Behind series, he's the one who wrote those books. He's a New York Times bestseller, fantastic, as good as it gets. So he had this writing guild, kind of like a writing academy with people from all over the world. So I signed up for that. And then I learned. And see, when I signed up, at the time I signed up, I think I was paying $50 every month. $50 every month. And I did that course for over a year. Over a year I was paying. Sometimes it was difficult. Sometimes I would beg people to pay for me. But I put in the work. I did that work because I knew that I needed to take my writing to where I wanted it to go. And even after that, even after I stopped paying, I signed up for a lot of courses. I've done a lot of training. So the point I'm trying to make is, when I write today, not that I'm satisfied, but it's better than 10 years ago. It's better than 15 years ago. And that's not all I've done. In fact, 3 years ago, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, Tokumbo Emmanuel, we came together, did a collaboration, and we put together a writing course, an editing course. We did all of that. So he looked at it from the point of writers abroad. He lives in the UK. I looked at it from writers in Africa. So I've done a lot of collaborations. I've done a lot of trainings. I've also trained people. In fact, I started training on writing on WhatsApp as far back as 2016, 2017, something like that. And I've helped a lot of people, some very high net worth individuals, some people you've never heard of. I've helped a lot of people to publish their books, to get their books online. I've edited hundreds of books, reports, journals, all kinds of things I've done. I've gone back to school, gotten another degree, another master's. I've done just things to improve my craft. My whole point being, I even took a book marketing course with Emeka Nobis. My whole point being that writing isn't something you just say, oh, I know how to write English, and then you leave it there. Okay? It's not. It's a craft, and you develop it into a skill. So even if you are gifted at writing, it's important that you develop, that you learn more, that you do more things to improve the skill that you already have. Okay? That's what this is all about. So like they say in Nigeria, follow who know road. So my daughter at that time was fighting because she thought that she knew road. But of course she didn't know road. If we had allowed her, a 3-year-old girl, to direct us, I don't know where we would have ended up. But we knew where we were going to. So we insisted on following the right path. Okay? So I want to invite you. I have put something together for people who are first-time authors and people who maybe they have written 1 book, they have written 2 books, but they want to know more, they want to improve. I've put together a program for you, a promo, a free promo. I will help you to clarify how you should write and what you should be writing. This is especially important for those who have the desire to do their first book. I said to someone a few days ago, I said, look, if you want to be an author by December, I'm the person you should be talking to. I can help you. All right. So it's something I have put together. I'm going to put a link to my WhatsApp group in the comment section or in the description box. I don't know what they call it. So I'll put something so that if you are interested, if you want to write, if you've ever felt like you have a story, if it is a fiction story, non-fiction, whatever, Okay, the disclaimer I put out is that usually I can't teach you how to, or I have never taught anybody how to do academic works. So for instance, you want to do your PhD thesis, please don't reach out to me. I'm not the person you should reach out to. I'm working on my PhD myself, so I'm not at that point yet. But anything else in the writing space, if I don't know it, I will direct you to the person or the people or the group where you can get correct information. But please don't sit down there with your writing, or don't just look for only what somebody has thrown out on Facebook and say, okay, and this is how I'm going to do the thing. Reach out to me. The first level of the training is free, and yes, the second level I will charge you for it. No, I'm not even going to charge you for it, but I have a program that helps people, that takes people from novice to published. Okay, but what I'm offering to you now is totally free. So I'll give you the opportunity to reach out to me. We'll discuss, I'll consult with you. We'll go through what your plan is, what you hope to do, what you hope to achieve, and then we'll see. And why am I doing this? Because they have come again. Why am I doing this? So for the past 3 years, I kind of took time off full-time writing because I had another full-time job. We'll talk about that another time. So my time was limited, but I had a few people who would come to me and insist that, look, Elsie, we know you're busy, but we really need to do this book and we want you to help us with it. So I published a few books in the past 3 years, but they were not as many as I would have. And I wasn't doing so much social media because I was crazy busy in the humanitarian sector. I was busy, the kind of busy that you go to work by 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., and you don't get back home till 10 p.m. So I did very little in that period, in my opinion. But I was still studying, I was still learning, I was still doing my own writing. I just wasn't putting out as many books as I should have. Okay, so now I'm back again full time, which is why I'm doing this, to let you know that, look, I'm here. Don't let anybody deceive you. Follow who know road. And by the grace of God, on this one, I know road. So that's what this is all about. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I will help you get that book out from your belly into the hands of your readers. Thank you. Have a blessed day.